It all comes down to mental health, isn't it? Because everywhere you look at, it comes down to mental instability, isn't it? Whether if you've got a job, then you think about you've got family issues. If the family working okay, then you've got financial issues that you're worried about. So you're feeling insecure. Something is not making you feel happy, isn't it? There's always something that is making you feel unhappy, isn't it? So you're never 100% happy about anything. So what's missing? What's missing? What's making us unhappy? Because like I said, it's either a family issue. If family is okay, then it's financial issue. If finance is okay, then you've got a health issue. You have to worry about your health. And if your health's okay, there's always something else popping up. Isn't it? You're never ever going to be 100% content or happy with anything. So is there anybody who is content with themselves or with their life? Is there anybody who is happy with their life, the way their life is? Go there and try and speak up.
Those who do zikr.
Even those two who do zikr, they depending on what stage they are in the zikr. So, what's causing these issues? What's the root cause of these issues? The root cause of these issues is the lack of trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, isn't it? Because we don't trust Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what's causing the lack of trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Anybody know?
Could be lack of belief.
Weakness of Iman. Weakness of Iman. So what's causing the weakness of Iman? What are the causes of weakness of Iman, of belief?
Just don't remember. Not doing basics.
What's the root cause of it? So if you don't remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you see, these are the things that you need to reflect on. And in this part of the path of these are you need to go to the root cause of it. Unless you do that, you're going to be trapped. You're going to get trapped. So you have to keep on going backwards, back. And then you eventually you'll get the answer. So we don't do zikr, but what's the root cause of us not doing the zikr? What's causing us not to do zikr? So there's two causes, isn't it? One is the nafs, and the other is shaitan, isn't it? These are the two ultimate causes of it, isn't it? So if our belief is weak, and we don't have trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then these are the two causes which keep us in doubt about things. And then you've got the family. Then we have families, because they have their own issue, which indirectly get imposed on us. Isn't it? So when we try and balance our own mind, then we've got the family issue to deal with it as well, because they are part of us as well. So who do we turn to in situations like that? When we have mental issues, who do we turn to for support and help? Because these are the things that you need to question yourself. And it's only when we do that, go to the root cause of it and go into the psychology of it, then we can understand things a little bit better. So when we have issues like that, who do we turn to? One is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, again, our tawakkul isn't strong enough to him, But if we were to turn to somebody in this dunya, who is it that we turn to? When you have issues like that. Anyone know? See, these are the things, you're coming here doing zikr and then going away. And then if you're not reflecting on things, then shaitan is going to trap you. He's going to give you various different options. And if you're not able to look at the pros and cons of them, and the only way you can look at the pros and cons of it is by questioning, by looking at the deeper meaning of it, then you're going to get trapped. So who do you turn to if you have issues like that?
Some people go to doctors or therapists, or some people go to doctors or therapists, or.
So in modern days, people go to, as I said, you could go to, people who are specialize in mental health issues, psychology, therapist, or people do counselling. But that's the scientific side of it. But would they go right down into the root cause of it? I mean, they will ask you if you have a grudge against somebody. They will go back and say, what was the cause of that grudge? Then you give them an answer, and they go into that answer. Go into the root cause of that. So they try and go deep into it, so that you can flush it out of your system. But would that be the end of it? But in the spiritual world, who do you turn to? In the spiritual world, who do you turn to? Because, as I said, the root cause of these two things is nafs and shaitan. But if you go to the mental health specialist, or any of the modern day clinics for health, they don't accept these two elements. They don't accept shaitan or nafs as being the cause of these issues. So, but then again, how do you find the right murshid? How do you know that spiritual guide, which is what you're saying, you turn to a murshid? Yes, I'm trying to make you look at it from a person who has no connection with spirituality like the way we do, so that you can understand these people's point of view, where they're coming from, and when you try and communicate with them. So yes, a spiritual person who specializes in spirituality will be the right person to turn to. But how do you know whether that is the right person? See, that's again another issue. Because you see, we're lucky in this country that everything, even if you go to the scientific side of it, because it's not just these issues are not limited to spirituality, they're also spread out to the physical, the scientific profession as well. Because there are a lot of them out there in a lot of the countries where they're not regulated, and everybody pretends to be a specialist in the field of helping other people mentally and spiritually. But they don't have the qualification for it. We're a little bit protected in countries like the UK here, where things are regulated. But you still find people who are trying to mess with the system. But this is not the case in every part of the world. So there are people, you'll find skullduggery in every walks of life, whether that is in a scientific field where you want to go and visit the mental health specialist or counsellor or anybody else. And the same applies in the spiritual world as well. So how do you deal with that? The only way you deal with it is spend time with them. If you find the right person, cling on to it. And if you think that things are changing within you and they're helping you, then you stick to it. Is it going to be easy to stick to it? To that spiritual person specialist? I'm talking about spiritual specialist, not scientific, but spiritual specialist like Murshid, spiritual guide. Is it going to be easy to stick to them? Why is it not going to be easy?
You just get worldly things start getting easier for you. Other problems are clear.
But your worldly things are going to be easier. But remember root cause. What was the root cause of these things? So, nafs and shaitan, yes. So, if they are root cause of it, whatever the root cause is, they're doing something. So that means they're taking their time out and, focusing on making things harder for you. So there's got to be something in it for them, isn't it? And nobody does anything for no reason, isn't it? So the shaitan and nafs, if they're doing something, there's got to be something in it for them, isn't it? And if you go to somebody for help, that means that you have to block these two out. Your intention is to block them out. Block the root cause of them out, isn't it? Huh? So again, your intention is to, so are they going to allow you to do it? They're not going to allow you to do it, is they? So they're going to cause all sorts of problems. So where do they exist? They exist in the spiritual world, isn't it? You can't see them. Can we see shaitan? You can't see him. Can we see our nafs? Can't see him, but his nafs is very much part of us. And yet, and shaitan flows through our bloodstream. And he puts thoughts in our mind, and those thoughts are very convincing, and they sound as if they are in our field. It comes across as he's our well-wisher. He's the best friend that we could ever ask for. So if you find the right person, how challenging would it be to stick to that person? Spiritual guide, someone should. How difficult would it be? Very difficult, isn't it? It's going to make it very, very difficult. So how do you deal with that then? How do you deal with that? How do you deal with that? How do you deal with your nafs and shaitan? What do you have to have? Anybody?
Perseverance.
That's part of them. Patience is good. The words you have, because you can only have patience for so much, because your nafs will question you, will keep on, saying for you to move on. So, what else would you? Patience is very good, but we can only do it for so long. So, what do you have to have? Who are these two, Shaitan and Nafsi Amara? Who are they? Are they our friends? So they are our enemies, aren't they? So how do you deal with your enemy? How do you deal with your enemy? You have to have knowledge, don't you? You have to have knowledge of your enemy's strength and weakness, and how you could, what kind of things you need to have, or to fight them back. I'm sorry, do you understand what I'm saying? Because if your enemies, in practical terms, if you've got enemy, if your enemy has got a nuclear weapon, you're not going to use the same tactic as somebody who doesn't have one, isn't it? But if you don't know any knowledge about what the strength of your enemy is, can you make the right preparation for it? Can you make the right? Can you prepare yourself accordingly? No. You have to have the knowledge. Yeah, patience is very important, because with patience you'll be able to know the right time, the right place, and the right weapon that you need to use for that occasion. That patience will allow you to do that, so that you strike where it would have the most impact. So knowledge is very important. All these things are very, very important. And that's why I'm trying to get you involved in these things now. Because you're at the stage where you need to have that. Otherwise, life is very short, And the biggest issue now for people of your age and older, any age, is the mental health issues. Because you have financial concerns, family concerns, health concerns, social concerns, and you need to know how to deal with it and who is causing these concerns in us. Because we only here for a limited period of time, and these things are causing the mental health issues. They are brainwashing us into thinking that we're never going to die. We're going to live in this dunya forever. And because we've got that sort of mindset, we try and go further than what we need to. And in the end we get trapped in the cycle of this dunya.